you each find what makes you happy. And for me, I like going against the grain. I like teaching. It's so much better than managing money for a bunch of rich fucking pricks who, like, frankly, just don't care about any of this philosophy talk. I'm trying to teach them. They're like, just give me the returns. Shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no, I don't even want to deal with you, let alone make you money. Like, you couldn't pay me enough to deal with your bullshit. And the same thing with broke people. I don't want to deal with ultra rich people, and I don't want to deal with broke people. Broke people have the worst attitudes whatsoever. I have 1,000 free videos on YouTube, and I'm like, watch them. And they're like, which ones? I'm like, you're fucking broke. You have nothing else to do. Watch them all 5 times. Stop.
This is the Real Talk University podcast, where your hosts, Andre and Christian, explore success stories outside of the classroom.
My name is Tim Sykes. I'm a stock trader and teacher. I am in Thailand in this very moment. We actually have an elephant charity here. So I teach, I trade stocks, and I travel basically to do charity. We have 47 schools with my Karmagawa charity. And we help also animals like elephants, rhinos, dogs, cats, soon pangolins, giraffes, pandas. I just find a lot of causes around the world that frankly could use a little donations and a little exposure. And my Karmagawa charity, which I'm most proud, has grown to over 300,000 followers on Instagram just in the past 2 months. We had Save the Rhino video campaign that got over 30 million views, just totally organically, not planned at all. Didn't even have like stats or a business account or anything. And it happened actually while I was in the Seychelles. And that really helped people understand that rhinos really only have a few years left if we do nothing about like the poaching crisis going on. So I'm trying to spread information. I started with a few $1,000s. I'm now turned it into $5 million trading stocks. So I do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. And it seems like you have a really strong passion for obviously charity and different causes around the world, which is cool. We'll definitely get into those later as well. So basically the basis of our podcast, our audience, mainly college students who are looking to, branch out and do entrepreneurship, invest, learn financial education, whatever. So we just want to know what your values you took away from college were, if there were anything. And then also I found it interesting that you skipped classic trade. So if you want to touch on that a little bit, I thought that was pretty cool.
Sure. I mean, college is a scam. Like, you guys are idiots for doing this, for falling for the scam. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I know it's good. You learn, you get like connections, you learn how to drink and party. I really just don't think that you need to go. Like, the internet has changed everything. I learned everything that has made me into a multimillionaire online. I will say that college taught me some good stuff in the philosophy department. I was actually a philosophy major. I was doing trading, and learning about the stock market all on my own, so I didn't feel like I needed to pay for that. Philosophy was something that I sucked at. I still do, but it was really interesting for me to think a little differently. And that's what I encourage, whether you're learning on the internet or learning in college, push yourself, like try new subjects. Don't just study something that you're good at because you know that you're going to get good grades. Study something that you're fucking terrible at. Oh, I'm sorry, kids. My bad. I swear.
It's more than okay. No, you're good.
Study something that might interest you, but you have no idea of. You might suck at it. It's okay. It's all about learning as much knowledge as you can, like kind of rounding yourself out. The sooner the better. And philosophy did that for me. I made a lot of money while I was in college. I was kind of fucked in the head with too much money because I'm, middle class kid. Like, I was like, how am I making millions of dollars? I thought I was like God's gift. I was just in the right place at the right time. I did have a strategy. I did adapt. I did manage to, hold on to the millions and grow it when a lot of other people were losing it, when the stock market was crashing. So I did some good things. But it's not just about money. I know that money like kind of blinds everybody, like, wow, so successful, making a lot of money. You can make money and not really know that much, as evidenced by a lot of the Bitcoin investors who thought they were changing the world and really, they were just inventing like something that was like kind of a new form of a pump and dump.
Exactly.
And Bitcoin made a lot of people a lot of money, but you had to take profits. You had to sell. You couldn't just hold and hope and believe the bullshit because now it's dropped 80%. So be very careful with what you learn. Be very careful with what you earn, and really just try to make as much money after you figure out what you love. That's been my secret, okay? Like I've been trading stocks. You mentioned I skipped classes. I was in college, frankly, just to make my parents happy. Philosophy was interesting, but
Same
my main
here.
thing was stock trading. So I found what I loved, and stock trading I wouldn't encourage people to love. It's very addictive. It's like gambling. You have to structure it. It's very dangerous. Don't be like, well, I love going to the casino. That's what I love. Like, you know, I mean, you have to learn to really master something. And if you're partaking in a game that, you know, could be dangerous, whether like, oh, well, I don't know what I love, so I love drinking, so I'm just going to drink. I mean, like, let's be real. Like, you need to focus on something that you love that actually can change your life. Like, and then learn every single thing that you can about that.
Exactly. That's
Absolutely.
what a main theme of our podcast, just like finding your passion, because a lot of people are just trying to make money without any reason behind it. Just the fact that they could get rich. And I feel like the people that do that, that's why they lose money when they actually get it, because they don't know why they have it. So it's really cool that you brought that up.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then another thing you were discussing how you should try to learn as much as you possibly can in college. Something that Andre and I feel is important is that college and high school in general doesn't teach you enough about financial education. So how important is it in your opinion to like learn it early on?
Not enough, just not at all.
Right.
100%. It's pathetic. The lack of financial education. This is why I started my online academy. This is so important for everybody. It doesn't even matter if you like money, if you like finance, like everyone other than communists need to learn about this shit. And it's sad. Like, you don't even know how to like balance a checkbook. People don't know about investing. Even if it was taught, I can guarantee you that it wouldn't be taught in the right way. Like, most people think, oh, you just have to invest in companies like Apple and, you know, Facebook. Both of those are down 30-40% in the past year. So what about investing, you know, at the right time, like learning about different investments, not just big companies like everyone thinks, or mutual funds that are safe, or even investing at all after a 10-year bull market. You know, we're kind of down for the past few months, and we've been due for that, because this has been arguably one of the greatest decades ever for investors. And a lot of people are saying, wow, this has been such a great decade, let me invest all right now. And it's like, you have to understand that things move in cycles. So I wish they taught it, but again, even if they did teach it, they would fuck it up and they wouldn't teach it right. So I think it comes down to individuals to learn. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your job is, everyone needs money to survive. And so the sooner you learn how to budget, the sooner you learn how to save and grow and invest, so that even when you're sleeping, even when you're not working, like, your money can be growing in the background. That's just a lifelong skill that you'll always need.
Definitely. And we're going to get into more specific questions about you, but I think this is just an opportunity to bring this up about your perspective on the market. Obviously, you mentioned we're in a 10-year bull market, and market cycles, bull markets last like 6 to 8 years. So like, how are you kind of preparing for what might happen in the next few years?
I mean, I just stay in cash. Bull market, bear market. I'm taking 1 or 2 trades per day. I trade whatever is the hottest penny stock right now. There's a shrimp company. They make fucking environmentally friendly shrimp. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I was eating a shrimp as I'm investing in this stock. I don't think the shrimp I was eating here in Thailand was environmentally friendly, but it tasted fucking delicious. So I was trading that stock, and the ticker is SHMP. I already sold. I bought it at 8 cents and I sold it at like 9 cents and 10 cents. I made like 10-20% in a day or two. Now it's up to 30 cents. So I underestimated it. For me, I just trade whatever's hot. I don't worry about the overall market. Most people are not focused on such short time periods. They're not, trading from Thailand or trading from wherever. Like, I'm in Thailand last week. Where was I? In Sri Lanka. And the week before I was in Guatemala. Next week, I'm going to Singapore and Australia and then Bora Bora. So I travel a lot, and I am always just looking for whatever's hot. And I think that's a good thing for people to do also. Like, even if the market is crashing, even if the market is spiking big, like, there's always going to be some new story, some new play. And if you learn how to trade, if you learn how to invest, you can ride the momentum. But always take profits. Like, I ride the momentum, but I never believe the hype. There's so many companies, they're mostly full of shit. Even if the company's on the verge of bankruptcy, the CEO will say, oh, everything's fine. The day before Bear Stearns collapsed, I think it was the CEO or CFO was on CNBC and said, everything's fine. Then they went bankrupt the next day. Like, management will never tell you the truth. So you have to be cynical on your own.
Yeah, and you can't
Right.
get greedy,
Right.
obviously.
Are
That's
you
something I
mostly
struggle with.
yeah? Are you mostly in penny stocks?
All penny stocks. I
Really?
think they're easier because the whole world hates on them. So there's really not much competition. There's not much money in Wall Street standards. I've only made a few $1 million over the course of my trading career. People make that on Wall Street in a day. So it's a different game. It's full of idiots. I say it's kind of like playing basketball against midgets. I'm playing against mental midgets. So I'm competing against fucking idiots that believe in these companies. They don't know how to do any technical analysis. They're not cynical at all. They're investing their last fucking paycheck, all into these companies. And sometimes it does spike, but then they never take profits because they believe they found the next Microsoft, which it never is.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously penny stocks are pretty risky compared to like Wall Street stocks like Facebook, etc.
Everything is risky.
Yeah.
Don't believe the Wall Street propaganda. When the market crashes, safe mutual funds drop 50% in a year too.
Right.
So don't believe that anything is safe. But yeah, penny stocks are more volatile. They can drop 50% in a day. So you have to, stay on top of your shit.
Absolutely. So when you were first starting out trading, like, did you just have the idea to start, or was like one of your friend or a roommate or someone you look up to into trading and you decided it was like a good idea?
No, I mean, I'm Jewish, so I'm naturally interested in money. I was just a tennis player. I had surgery on my arm, so I couldn't play tennis anymore. I had 2 casts, walking around, school looking like fucking RoboCop, but I could still type. And that way, I got into the market. The market was spiking pretty big at the time, so it was right place, right time. My parents gave me control of my bar mitzvah gift money. They thought I would lose it all like a fucking dumb Jew. And instead, I turned it into several $1 million. I can make that joke because I'm Jewish, FYI.
Yeah.
You can't.
It's awesome. So how did you approach like friends and family when you set out to raise capital for your first hedge fund? Was that just strictly from the money that you had from that party, or?
I was 50% of my hedge fund. It was really just people looking to want to invest in me. Like people had heard about my success and they were always asking like, can I get involved? Can I get involved? And I was just managing my own monies. But then I got a lot of people asking. I was like, all right, let me set this thing up. I just wasn't very good at managing other people's expectations. For me, trading is very pure thing. Like I want to trade when there's a hot stock. Sometimes there's no hot stock. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. And a lot of people don't accept that. They have specific time limits, like they want to make a certain amount in a certain month or a certain year. And just having that mentality kind of forcing me to have like this performance, it's the wrong mentality for trading penny stocks. So now my rule number 1 is cut losses quickly. But my whole mentality is that I'm a retired trader, which is weird to say because I'm a full-time trader and teacher. But having that mindset where I'm retired, I'm only going to come out of retirement when a play is good enough. And that way I would feel guilty missing it. And that retired mentality keeps me from over trading. There's so many thousands of stocks. A lot of them have good stories. They're moving all the time. I need to be really patient and wait for the best plays. So I think of myself as I have to come out of retirement, even though I'm pretty much coming out of retirement every day. But it's these weird counterintuitive rules that have really helped me. And running a hedge fund, you couldn't do that. You can't say I'm a retired, like, what? You're managing my money. Like, you're not retired. I'm like, no, it's a mindset thing, but they didn't understand. So I'm better at just managing my own money and teaching. My hedge fund did do 20% for the first 3 years, but I got greedy. I wanted something bigger. I started investing instead of trading. I didn't have my risk management rules down back then, and my hedge fund lost roughly a third in 1 year. So we still finished up overall after 4 years, but when you lose a third in 1 year, and that was when my TV show Wall Street Warriors was hitting. So everyone's like, oh, he got all cocky and he lost big. He couldn't handle the fame. And I'm like, no, I stupidly tried investing instead of trading. I broke my rules. I just didn't know the difference. So, I've had my ups. I've had my downs. There's some articles when I first got started teaching, Reuters. I gave a 4-hour interview. I was like, yeah, she really gets me. And the interview, the title was failed hedge fund manager tries again on the internet. And I was like, that's not what I was going for, but I took it, the haters and the challenges kind of push you. My first millionaire student, Michael Good, wrote a blog post that said, Timothy Sykes is full of bullshit. And I was like, what? I'm not full of bullshit. And we went back and forth, 60 comments. He gave me a chance. Now he's made over $2 million. So if you can turn your critics into fans and happy customers, then you're doing something right.
Hey, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope that they help you. I want to share everything that I've learned over the years. You can check out more videos right over there, and also click subscribe so that you can watch all of these videos, get that knowledge, and become my next millionaire student.